Okay, today we're actually going to clean the old Husqvarna T435 top handle chainsaw. This is one of 3 chainsaws we have, but this one's the one that rides around with us on the ATV for various uses, and really has been doing just bulk of the work all around, but I think everybody ends up a bunch of gunk on their saw. Lately for us, we've really ended up with a lot of pine tar, sap. Anyway, there's something I've been doing for several years now, and that's using a cleaner that I've found that does a really good job cleaning it off, but a lot of brake parts cleaners and other various types of cleaners are not safe on plastics. Actually can damage the plastics, damage labels. They're just a little too harsh. I mean, bar oil is, the way I understand it, a vegetable oil base, non-toxic. It's really not a nasty oil. I know it's got a lot of additives to tackify and all that, prevent slinging and whatever, but don't need to go into the science of bar oil, but it's nasty stuff when it builds up and cakes. I think every year anyone that's using a saw any reasonable amount of cutting ends up with a mess. So here we go. As opposed to just trying to scrape everything and wipe with a million rags. I mean, when I've been doing this every year, I'll just try to get off the thick stuff. And, I don't know, there's something that I like to every winter kind of put it to bed. Something about when it's almost like new again. Really makes you feel a lot better about taking care of your equipment, but more importantly, you know, because it rinses out crevices and things like you know, adjuster screw holes and stuff like that. But I'll just try to make a point of putting a good clean on it every year. So basically today I really just plan on using the old scrunch. This got the Torx bit on it that some of the newer Husqvarnas come with, but I just kind of kept them all from various saws, so I have them readily available. But we have our mystery cleaner as well. We can't give away all the good secrets in the beginning in the video, right? In any case, I mean, this stuff it's really safe. It's actually you don't really have to worry about anything. And I'll kind of see if we can move this a little bit closer. I mean, it does a pretty good job of dissolving and flushing away a lot of the oil and junk right off the rip. But I usually kind of give everything a spray after I scrape all the thickest stuff off. And because it's not really a harsh solvent, it won't necessarily rinse and dissolve some of the thickest build up, and I like to kind of just let it spray and marinate. I say just let it marinate for a minute, and then I'll go back over it, and it literally will start flushing away. And sometimes I'll do like a quick clean. It's only a few bucks a can. I do like to do it over a pan though. It catches all of the solvent and junk, and just an old cookie sheet pan is what I use. But thought this would be a good video, because I know it could be helpful for a lot of people looking to really, you know, clean up their saws. These things get dirty. I don't know anyone that can use a chainsaw with keep it clean at the same time. So I'll kind of, this can was almost empty when we started, so just thought I would polish it off before starting in on a new one. But I like giving a good initial rinse. And I mean, I don't always, there are times I'll just kind of give it a quick clean, especially if we've been cutting a lot of pine. I'll give it like a fast cleanup on the outside, but I think today we're going to take off the clutch cover and be a little bit more thorough. And I'm not going to make this a long drag out video. I know a lot of guys, you know, if you're pretty handy with your saw, you don't need to watch me go through every single step. I think this is really just more about the overall idea. And I don't know if there's anybody else using other solvents out there, but what I found about this one is that not only is it not harmful on the plastic, but it doesn't even hurt the stickers. I mean, it won't even affect the adhesives on the stickers, and I've done this for years now, every year on every saw. I really like being able to, you know, there's the tension adjuster, just blew it out real good. Works a lot better than air. I've seen some videos out there, people just using air, and what a mess. I can't even imagine. Stuff blowing and splatting everywhere. So, here we go ahead and get the I think a lot of people, you open this up and you find this, and I do use quite a bit of scraping action, mainly to make it a little bit faster and safe cleaner. Forgot this tool. This is just an old dental tool. I don't even really know what it's for. I bought it. I literally went into pharmacy and was kind of looking around various gaskets and things like that. Some of these tools are handy, so I really just get in here and start hosing it down, scrape out some of the gunk. But I do get into holes like this and, you know, dig out the chunks and the thick stuff, and a lot of the chips really jam in there and have a tendency to want to build up. And I kind of work out everything I can work out. I found that I have a Makita that actually leaked bar oil really bad, and when I put a first deep clean, the saw was given to me, and when I put the first deep clean on it, it actually, because this cleaner actually dissolved, there was some blockage in the oil pump seal. It quit. So I know that sometimes that can be a problem for people, and I'm not saying that that's necessarily guaranteed, but it worked for me. Actually made it quit leaking bar oil, and these things can really build up. This guy's been doing some cutting here, but anyway, back to, I don't see air really as a good option for this. I don't want this stuff all over me and all over my garage, so this cleaner, you know, a few bucks a can. You know, I don't do it after every use, just kind of like once a year. A lot of times I'll take this plate off. It just has the chain adjuster in there, and I think this is what the chain rides against for the oiler. I'm not going to do that today, but you know, if you're looking to put a deep clean on your saw for the first time, you might want to. I've got a lot more cutting to do here real soon, and I just had not really done a good clean on this yet, and feel like it looks and operates a lot better when it's good and clean. But you know, you can get close and use a little bit of pressure there and really flush things out. at something like that versus what we started with. It's already looking pretty good. I like to really get in here around the adjusters and things like that. Get them cleaned out so that they function properly like you want them to when you're you take out a little bit of slack. But you know, for purposes of what I'm doing today, just for the video, this is already looking pretty good for me. Obviously you can go into much greater detail, especially if you're not going to be using your saw for a while. Maybe late in the year when you're all done, you're just wanting to put it to bed and have it be clean and ready to go. So that's all the thick stuff's done. Anyway, I like using this cookie pan too, because it really just catches all the solvent, and when I really clean them up good, I'll use 2 cans, and it really accumulates. But I let it sit overnight, throw all my old paper towels in there, and it really doesn't have a harsh smell, so that's nice. Some people can be bothered by solvents and things a little bit more. It certainly isn't one of the worst, but really this thing was in bad shape, and in a real short amount of time we're not too bad. Sometimes it's hard to quit. When you know you can make it a little bit better, but for purposes of what I'm doing today, that's pretty much all it's needed, and it will obviously remove all of your oil from areas, especially around your sprocket and things like that. But it's not so bad. I'm not worried about the bearings in there, and I have taken this apart before and re-lubricated the needle bearings in there on the shaft, but I've never noticed or had any issues with feeling like it's damaged or stripped the grease out of anything. I do make sure to take this opportunity to re-grease my sprocket. I'm not real good about not always the best about lubing my bar sprocket. So I'll put a quick shove on the outside here. And like I said, no fear of damaging the label, so I'll go right over them. Anyway, it's a pretty good clean overall, and like I said, I'm trying to keep the video short, so I'm not really looking for a full-on detail job today, but after I've been clean for the day, I do like to get out the old push and lube and give a few shots to my can see the grease squeeze out there, and it'll lubricate your bar sprocket. Not all bars, and it already came through on the other side, but not all bars have those holes to actually lubricate them. I don't know if they're sealed or what their deal is, or if it's just the way that they save money. But I like to do that. Give it a couple, and then move the chain a little bit, and I give it one more. Try to make that a pretty regular maintenance item, but I do always try to give it a shot when I'm doing this, just in case some of the cleaner has gone in there and stripped the grease. I don't want it to ruin anything, and I haven't really had to replace anything. On this saw, it's been a good saw for a lot of years, and like I said, it's really designed, I think, for pruning, and of course they have a pro model. I don't remember what that is. A lot of magnesium, double the price. Sells about 350 bucks. I think that pro model is like $600, and I don't need it. Somebody else might, but in any case, that's that. I mean, it's pretty clean overall for me. And anyway, the cleaner is just available at your local Napa or any other store for that matter, but it's electronic cleaner. Good for motors, electronic parts, harmless to most plastics, removes oil, grease, dirt, flux, fast drying, no residue. I don't think a lot of people would have thought to use electrical parts cleaner to clean up their chainsaws, but it really works great. Been doing it for years now. Started using it for other things, and I think it was all I had one day, and gave it a shot, and I've been using it ever since. So thought it could be good help. Everybody out there looking to deep clean their chainsaw. 4 boys out.